Hey guys, it's Justin Gaz for Ballards Best, and today we're going to Skall.
Let's get started, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
So, really appreciate you having me out, and you guys have a heck of a story about putting this place together. Tell us a little bit about why Ballard, why the community, why Skall?
Sure. So 5 years ago, I started to put a business plan together for the beer hall. And Ballard began as a Nordic fishing village. I'm a resident of Ballard. I live right around the corner. Actually, it's a 2-minute walk for me to come to work every day.
Nice.
I'm Norwegian and Swedish, and I've been in the beer industry for 10 plus years, and wanted to marry my background of beer with my own heritage and the heritage of this community. And here we go with Skål, a Viking-inspired beer hall. I think Vikings are one of the most recognizable elements of Scandinavian culture that Ballard is certainly not short for on breweries. We've got 14 plus now. I actually just found out that Cloudburst, one of the best breweries in Seattle, is going in right behind us here on the show.
No way. Wow.
They're building a tap room. So Ballard is a great beer-centric community. It's certainly a great place to have a beer hall that focuses on, we do a lot of the Ballard-centric stuff, but there's also a lot of great breweries outside of Seattle, up towards Bellingham and down towards Olympia, that don't get showcased as much in Seattle proper, and we're trying to make sure that we've got a place for them as well. And then we also have 4 Nordic imports on draft at all times. We've got a couple of Norwegian beers up there now, Danish beers. It's something that you really can't find anywhere else in the city, so it makes a lot of sense for us to have them. They're making great beer over in Scandinavia. And we're trying to get our hands on as much of it as we can.
That's killer. That's awesome. It's super fun when you go to a place and they kind of represent a region, and they can represent it well and have, we have those things from there. That's super fun. And so do you guys do anything? Before we were online, you were talking kind of about community space and and really making this place your home. Do you guys do anything with the community, or
Sure,
tell me more about that?
Yeah, we've got a really strong events and classes program. We wanted to create content for programming for people when they come home from work. They don't want to sit at home and in front of their television. We want to create some entertainment for them that they can come in and have a beer alongside with. So we've done a mushroom foraging class. We just hosted the Ballard Jazz Festival, Jazz Walk. We had a big jazz band in here. Last night we had a Mead Your Maker event, so one of our mead producers came in and was talking about mead, and then also challenged people to, I'm not sure if you've heard of the game Toffel, but it is kind of the precursor of chess. It dates back to the Viking Age. So they had a Toffel board challenge that a bunch of people playing on our big table over there.
That's awesome.
We've got a Vikings in the Media class coming up. We're doing one on hunting and foraging. We're trying to create programming that is unique, that is about Nordic culture, as well as things that are unique to Seattle and the Pacific Northwest. And we don't want to do the trivia and karaoke that every other bar does. We want to create things that you might learn something at the same time that you're having fun and having a beer or a cocktail.
That's killer, man. That's awesome. Is there anything, because we've been trying to put this together for a minute, is there anything that you thought about that we should talk about that we haven't yet, or anything that
we've
you'd like to mention?
Well, continuing on that community theme, so we've got 1,400 people that have signed up for our mug club. You drink out of a 20-ounce Viking tankard if you're part of the club, which is made by a local ceramic artist, and it's modeled after a Viking era archaeological find. So it's got little rune characters on the bottom that actually were on a ceramic piece that was unearthed from the ground. So if you're part of the club, you're drinking out of the 20-ounce tankard, but you're paying for only 16 ounces on every pour.
Killer. That's
and it's great to see so many of the same faces sitting even in the same bar spot, drinking out of their tankard. And we are doing, again, events and classes that will be specific to them. We're going to be doing new beer releases that will be first released to those folks. We have been really popular on Friday and Saturday nights that we've got a line out the door.
Wow.
So if you're part of the mug club, you can kind of skip the line and be the priority access into the
Yes,
space.
that's killer. It's like it's kind of like a Viking community center.
Yes.
Yeah, that's killer.
Yeah,
I love
and then
it.
we're also really close with the Sons of Norway, the Leif Erikson Lodge up the street here in Ballard. It's the largest Sons of Norway in the country. We do a lot of cross-promotional things with them. The Suten de Mai Parade, which is a huge part of the Ballard community, just happened on May 17th, Norwegian Constitution Day. And there's 20,000 people that show up to watch the parade every year. It's been going on for 130 years.
Doesn't the King of Norway pop by every once in a while?
He has come in the past. The
Yeah.
Norwegian ambassador to the United States is always here.
Yeah.
So our whole space in here was filled with people with Norwegian sweaters on and dressed in their traditional bunads, and it was a really fun day. And we sold 831 pints that day, and $1 from every pint went to the Leif Erikson Lodge. So
That's awesome.
we're really happy to help support them and make sure that continues to be a strong piece of the community here.
That's killer, man. Well, I really appreciate you spending time with us today.
Absolutely.
And it's been a lot of fun, man.
Yeah. Thanks, Justin.
Yeah, you bet.
Skål!